Get ready to move, get ready to groove. We're bringing the funk, gonna make you move. Life-back system, it's time for change.
Hello, Coach Lisa Pickard here with an 8-week course of transformation. What you thought was your problem is not your problem, and we're gonna talk again how much the liver affects your body. So today can be a really grim look at a lot of things going on in your body, but I don't want you to have a grim look. I want you to look at this as like, wow, I have found the course that's gonna give me my life back. I have definitely come to the one-stop shop for all of your needs, mind, body, and spirit. The reason why we need all of those is because they all work together in the strength of overcoming all your obstacles. Now, this one here is big. The lymphatic system is a side effect of your liver. So if your lymphatic system isn't working, it is definitely in direct relationship to your liver. So I have people who are swollen in their feet, their hands, their legs, their knees, their arms, their shoulders, their eyes, their face, their thyroid, like they constantly feel swollen, puffy, stiff, achy. These are all actually signs of a liver that's not functioning. Now I have a lot on this board and it's kind of all over the place, so bear with me because I'm gonna break it down for you. Does your lymphatic system get affected by the liver? It does, because the liver's production of the lymphatic system is 25 to 50%. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's only 50% of my problem. However, it is the key 50%. So if this 50% isn't working, the other 50% isn't going to be working, and we're gonna deal with that in a minute. And I tell you guys with the greatest sincerity, if you're still eating carbs, processed foods, chemicals in your hair, chemicals on your body, yes, we're gonna have a little bit here and there. You cannot run from it all, but when you have a liver that's not working, you must be due diligence to get rid of anything and everything that could be harming you that you can control. If you can't control it, like the air that we breathe, we really can't control it. Yes, you can wear a mask, but you know, you're not gonna go to those extremes. So the connection from the lymphatic system and the liver is toxins, number one. Okay, that one didn't work. Production, the filter, the drainage, and the immune system. So all of this comes in to play, not in the lymphatic system, but in the liver. So if your liver isn't functioning, your lymphatic system is going to fail you, because the other 50% of the lymphatic system is outside the liver. So this is your primary, and then afterwards is your secondary. So obviously if your primary circle is not secured and it's not working properly, we're gonna have bigger problems down the road. Okay, so how do I know I have a problem? You have a heavy feeling in your body. You just always feel weighted, exhausted. It's very hard to go upstairs. That's like one of the very first things you'll notice, is that your legs are heavy, and just doing basic things hurt. Squatting down, standing up, getting out of a chair. Literally, it's in your legs that you feel the first part. You're gonna have aches in your feet, your hands, your joints, your hips, your shoulders, your knees, your back. We have so many joints in our body, but they're all going to eventually be painful. In the beginning, it might just be your feet or your toes, and then it's going to be your ankles, then the knees, and all of this pressure that most people think is from body fat is actually a lot of fluid. So the lymphatic system is shutting down. This 50% is no longer doing its job, and you're going to drop to 25% or less, And when you shut down completely, it's a bad situation. Skin infections. This is such a huge sign of a dysfunctional lymphatic system and liver disease. Skin infections is to a situation where you're just not going to heal. You just always have something going on. You have a histamine reaction. You've got rashes from things you never had before. Going in the sun will cause a rash on your chest. This is all signs that your lymphatic system, like the sweat system, your pituitary, your thyroid, nothing is running properly, because because these are the life of your body. Together, outside the liver is where you start to see your success. You will see the movement, your overall movement is very sluggish. Like you're slow to get up, you're slow to get moving, you're slow to think, you're just slow to respond. You tell somebody, I'll be right there. It takes you an extra 2 to 3 minutes to get there. You start to slow down. You feel fatigued and tired and restless all at the same time because your liver has now affected your lymphatic system. The hard, tight skin. Now, I had this for a really long time. I'm just speaking straight from experience here. I would wake up in the morning and feel like my hands were full of sand, right? Like they were so puffy that to bend them was difficult. I felt like somebody had swelled up my skin, and it was so tight I couldn't close it, like a glove too small, right? So y'all know that the lymphatic system is also tied into our fascia. So all of this together with the liver not working creates extreme pain head to toe. And that's all I can tell you. If you have a lot of pain or a lot of symptoms, you're concerned about this, you should get with your doctor and discuss your liver panel. Because at the end of the day, he's going to say, take this pill, try this, do that. And they're not going to give you a solution. They're going to give you a Band-Aid. But I'm not going to go into the liver because it's pretty extensive on the panels. But if you literally do not ask, they are not going to tell you. They make money on prescribing medication for you, so you have to be the advocate for yourself. So if you have growths on your skin, lots of skin tags, you have spots, like you get weird things. This is all, like, even there used to be a rash, like a swimmer's rash. If you get that kind of stuff, that is a sign that your liver is not working properly because your immune system is dropping. So we have to improve the liver to improve the lymphatic system to get the 50% working so it can work 50% outside of the system. If you have fluid in your abdominal area, that's like one of the very first places, your feet, your hands, your face, even swollen knees, your lymphatic system has some clogs. We must flush the toilet. I know I talk about the lymphatic system a lot, but I'm trying to get you to understand your symptoms so you can be aware of it. If you wake up in the morning and you're super puffy under your eyes and you're just like, you don't have like this Neanderthal look, like you're just swollen, you have a round face, this is a sign of lymphatic system shutdown. So there is another word for it. It's acidus, and it's where all the water stays inside your body. People will actually go have amputations and or they'll have surgery on the lymphatic system to drop this, but really all we have to do is heal the liver. Okay, so let's look at the function that goes on from the liver to the lymphatic system. It is going to remove the waste and the toxins from your body. So the way it works is it goes in here, you've got these valves and you have all of these veins, and some of them are working and some of them are like clamped off and they're not functioning properly. It's supposed to come in, go up, recycle, come back out, and it goes out into your system with new cells and new healing agents for your immune system. When it's not working properly, they get jammed up and they cannot exit, and you start to obtain or contain extra water fluid that is very toxic. So your liver is going to produce the toxins. It is going to bring the production of the lymphatic system up to a good working 50%. And then from there, it's going to send lipids into your lymph nodes, and your lymph nodes fight off infection, white blood cells. It takes care of your whole system. So again, sinuses. That is, yes, maybe you could be getting them seasonal, but it's usually because the lymphatic system has got some breakdown in it. And again, I'll get to it. So the next thing is the filter of plasma. So it's a blood functioning process all the time. It's working on your red blood cells. It's working on your white blood cells. It's keeping you healthy. It is a drainage system. This is where it transports fluid into the body, gets rid of the toxins out through your urine, and then it comes back in. If you don't have the proper drainage, you're never going to have a healthy immune system. You will suffer from migraines. You're going to have headaches. You're going to feel lethargic, tired. Tonsillitis is huge. If you get a lot of sore throats, you've had COVID, these are things that you obviously need to work on your lymphatic system, getting the liver functioning so it can function also properly. So how do I know that I have something? Blood test. So your blood test and your blood levels is going to let you know if you have inflammatory disease. So inflammatory markers are going to, or inflammation markers are going to tell you what's going on. If you've never had that test done, get it done. Go carnivore, stick to carnivore, and watch your body change in 3, 6, 9, 12 months. Is it going to happen in 30 days? No, because you could be in a very, very serious state of liver failure. I'm going to get there. Do not panic, but pay attention because, you know, success leaves clues, right? You're going to see the golden nuggets. Okay, liver disease changes the structure of your entire lymphatic system. And you're like, wait, what? Liver disease changes the structure, like your portals and your veins. All of that changes. It will grow new ones. Why? It grows new ones because the fluid can't get out, and then it gets in the new one and it just holds more and more fluid because there's this overflow of toxins, and it's all because the liver shut down. So from here, it changes the structural. It leads to cirrhosis, whether you are a drinker or not a drinker. But if you've been a drinker, you are definitely at a higher risk, and you're going to have 30% more production of toxins and a breakdown of the lymphatic system if you drank. I mean, I'm not saying you have cirrhosis, but you will have it if you don't watch what you're doing. This is what is going to lead to the transportation being impaired by the lipids, which are not going to get to your body. So this is where everything gets clogged up and you get sick, and you have this ongoing sickness, and you just can't seem to get rid of this water weight. It's not menopause. It is a lymphatic system problem. From liver disease, we end up with tumors or cysts. They can be cancer or non-cancer. This is a significant change in the microcirculation of your lymphatic system. Coach, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm going to tell you, when you start getting tumors and you start getting cysts and they're on the liver, where those portals were, all of this going on, it suffocates it and it can't do its job. So we want to get the liver functioning so that we can get rid of the cyst. We want to break it down, let your body destroy it, and from there get rid of it, which is completely different than an autoimmune where your body's attacking itself. Instead, your white blood cells are going to go in and attack the enemy and destroy it and get rid of it. Along with that, fibrosis leads to hypertension. Hypertension leads to heart failure. Heart failure is going to lead to a huge fluid buildup around the heart, abdominal. This is critical, you guys. Like, I can't stress it any more serious than the fact that you need to take care of your liver, and this hopefully, you know, is not so far gone that you can't fix it. But with 3% working liver, we can get you to 10%. We can get you to 25%. Then we can kick you up. It's going to take time, dedication, and you must be committed to exercise, because exercise really enhances the results of the lymphatic system. It gets that fluid working. If your body is hanging on and it will not release, get up and start moving. Even if you're in pain, obviously not pain to where you're in the hospital, but if you have slight joint pain, but you can still move, move. Like, sometimes we got to go through that just a little bit. I don't want to say go through the pain to get the gain, but we do have to take baby steps to get there. If your feet hurt, sit down, do the chair aerobics. When you've mastered that, then you could go to standing and just walk in place. Walking outdoors is great. The downfall is that your heart rate is not predictable to stay between 120 and 140 unless you're doing it to a beat or you're on a treadmill that forces you to keep that up. So it's a great leisurely thing, and runners do really well. I don't want you running unless you absolutely have to, because it does break down, again, your tissues, your ligaments, and your joints. So you've got to pay attention to your liver. And if you have fluid that's caught in your system and caught in your capillaries, this is going to build up to intestinal fluid, and you're going to start to get the swelling of the belly. This abdominal fluid is pretty dangerous. I'm going to help you get rid of it. But here's the deal. You need to be aware of what you have going on here. And that fluid buildup is very toxic. So it leads to also hepatic liver, fibrosis liver, and then ultimately cirrhosis of the liver, and even possibly cancer and death. Which is why you are here. You are here to follow the course and do what you are asked to do so that I can get your life back. It's pretty simple. The formula was put together to help you win, not fail. I like win-win situations. Okay, we went over this diagram. So the vessels can show the severity of the liver damage. If you go in and get tested, they can tell you the condition of your liver. I'm going to tell you, so many doctors don't want to deal with tumors and cysts on the liver because they're not going to do surgery. They're not interested in helping you get rid of it. But your hot water and your lemon is going to decrease the size of those. It may not get rid of them completely, but it's definitely going to stop fibrosis of the breast, your uterus, your ovaries, and your liver. So do your hot water and lemon every morning and go do 3 days of that liver detox that's in your portal. It's not going to hurt you. If anything, it's going to really help save your life. It's going to get rid of your fluid and get that lymphatic system going. Okay, so when they do the test, they can tell the size, the portal, the density. They can tell whether or not you have lymph flow or if you are regressing and you're clogged up. Now, you don't have insurance, you don't want to get that done, just do the program. I have designed this program to help this release no matter what the situation is. Is it going to heal you? I am praying it heals you because I don't want anybody to walk away unhealed. But I do know that I know this is definitely going to give you some life back. And it's going to give you more life. That's even more critical. Okay, so when we have an increase in the vessels, you know, in here, we have this fluid spillover. Those toxins actually go through your entire body. They cause headaches, migraines, brain fog, eye floaters, ear issues, inner ear pain. That's just on the upper head. Then we talk about our joints and we go all the way down to our feet. It is definitely going to increase your pain. So if you're living in a lot of pain, focus on that lymphatic system, which is really the liver. Just focus on getting that liver functioning. You're going to feel so much better. And also with this, if it's not functioning properly, you're going to have bone marrow loss, you're going to have spleen issue, and you absolutely will have thyroid issues. So everybody goes, well, wait a minute. They didn't tell me a thyroid was autoimmune disease. It is autoimmune disease because your body's attacking your thyroid, which is directly related to your liver. So this is a liver healing program. Obesity goes away when the liver is functioning. Water weight goes away. Lymphatic system starts to heal when we address the liver. So your kidneys will also be highly affected. So now you have kidney disease, right? Like I get people texting me all the time, hey, my doctor says I'm like stage 1 or stage 4 or whatever, kidney disease, what do I do? Clean the liver. You have spleen issues, clean the liver. You have pancreas issues, clean the liver. If you have insulin resistance, clean that liver. Do a liver cleanse, and then let's talk about doing a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day fast. It resets the liver, renews it, gets the new cells functioning, and from there, we resolve it, we restore it, and we rebuild it. This is the program. If you do this, you are going to get those results. But along the way, and this is a butt buster, every time you slide off, every time you choose to veer from it, you're back to day 1. You literally are starting all over again. Why don't we get to the healing standpoint before we start playing around with things that already made us sick? We already know that food led us to where we are today. So you don't want to keep repeating the same thing. You know, that's insanity. We don't want to do that. But instead, we want to get the 3% liver functioning to 15 to 25 to 100% working. Along with that, When your kidneys and your tonsils and your lymph nodes all shut down, it kind of signals your body that you're done with life. And it literally, there's no reason to thrive anymore. We want to keep your body thriving. We want new cells all the time. So when you work out with me, you're getting autophagy. And autophagy comes via fasting and doing hypertrophy workouts. There's a reason to my madness. Just follow it. That's all I can say. Okay. We want to do healing. Healing is going to be your hot water, your carnivore. Do not eat processed meats. Make your own jerky, make your own carnivore crisp, stay out of packages. Even though it says carnivore approved, stay out of it, because if it has a shelf life, it's probably not good for your liver. We want to get you all natural, all healed, completely functioning forward. And then if you have a little, salami or whatever here or there, or you have a sausage, it's not going to kill you. But in the beginning, you must get those animal fats in. That is what's going to heal you. And then on top of that, you can use a vibration plate, and you could use a rebounder, and you could just exercise with me. All of those things are going to work. Rebounder is my least favorite of those choices, and the reason why is we're impacting again. I do not like anything that impacts the body. I never have since I was 18 years old or younger. This damages our joints, even gymnastics, hitting that ground, any kind of running, whatever. It's going to cause knee injury, and you can't afford that anymore. You can't afford to have injuries. So stop. That's all I have to say. Sit and be fit, low impact, weight resistance, weight training, hypertrophy. This is where I need you. Along with that, deep breathing. This helps the lymphatic system work. So do your deep breathing exercises 10 minutes a day. Dry brushing is critical. That is just imagine, like, if you're at a water and you want that water to flow a different direction. You take your hand and you kind of move that dirt and you open up a channel for that water to come through. Dry brushing does the same thing in your lymphatic system. So we're just brushing this fluid, right? Like the trunk is here, it goes down and it comes up. So you want to move everything to the trunk talks to the liver does its job, gets rid of the toxins through your urine and bowels and sweat, and then from there, the good stuff goes back into the system. Your liver's job is to repair every cell that it can, but the ones that it can't repair, it's got to get rid of it. Otherwise, it becomes toxic and cancerous in your body, in your breast tissue, under your arms, behind your knees. Brush, brush, brush. Okay, the next thing, red sauna light, red light therapy, blue light therapy, green light therapy, do it. I'm not asking you to buy anything. Just get out in the morning and get out in the evening. Even if there's cloud coverage, there's still a sunset and those rays still come through. It doesn't cost you a dime. Literally, it costs you your time. But by doing that, you're going to get more time. So it's totally worth it. Lymphatic massages are amazing. They can be very expensive. They can be painful. They can last for 2 hours. You're going to need to set that time aside to do so. And quite frequently, they make you feel extremely nauseated over the next day to 2 days, sometimes headaches, because just imagine if you had this water that was flowing and then underneath it, you went in and you messed up all the sediments. Now you have all this cloudy, murky water and all that mud and that dirt and disgusting sludge. That's what happens when we get these massages. If you're at a point that you can't afford it, you want to get it done, I do recommend it. I think they're fantastic, and they're going to get areas that you're not even aware of. You're going to be like, whoa, I feel really sore in my back. Maybe they got the kidney moving. I'm really sore in my liver because they got the liver functioning. A lot of times under the armpits or the neck or even the face, they get this functioning, and you can be quite sore from that. Maybe 2 or 3 days. Definitely talk to your masseuse first and make sure you know what you're getting into. Compression therapy is also great. I did do that just a little bit, maybe 2 years ago when mine had gotten out of control. I did not like it because when I took off my compression socks, I would have like the biggest indents and it would be painful. So if you're gonna do it, make sure that you do like semi-tight. Do not allow it to cut your circulation. It actually can leave marks on you that could scar you. So just, if you're gonna do it a light compression. To be honest with you, like these are not very tight, but tight is also a great compression. You don't necessarily have to have a compression sock, but if you want to, by all means do so. Okay, I think I covered everything here. It's just the basics of your lymphatic system. It's not a super in-depth course. I will be putting one out and it'll be in your portal soon. Don't ask when, because I've got a backup of stuff to do. But I want you guys to know this is critical for your healing. So focus on the liver. Make sure you're doing that hot water and lemon every day. If you want to up it a little bit, do 2 medium lemons in your water. So squeeze the equivalent of lemon juice of 2 medium lemons in there and get that stuff out of your liver, and you are going to have great production. We want your production back up at 50%. Thanks, guys. You're great. You're doing awesome. Stay the course and you will have a win-win situation. Coach Lisa Pickard here. Thank you so much.